Hi guys, thanks for tuning to another video from my channel, That ABA Guy. This is going to be a very brief video. Basically, I'm just going to give a very short introduction to the science that underlies applied behavior analysis, such as Watson's stimulus response behaviorism, as well as Skinner's radical behaviorism. So let's get into it. So for this video, the information that will be discussed provides some elementary information for the 5th edition task list item of describing and explaining behavior from the perspective of radical behaviorism. So first we're going to discuss Watson's stimulus response behaviorism. So Watson proposed this approach to the study of behavior that essentially said that psychology should move away from this high emphasis on mental states and should focus its research on observable behaviors. And to do so, he advocated for psychology and those who study psychology to start focusing on examining environmental variables and how manipulation of such variables may yield certain behavioral outcomes. Next, we have the next person who built on Watson's ideas but modified that theory in a way is B.F. Skinner, and his theory was radical behaviorism. Radical behaviorism is the idea that analyzing behavior can be used as an explanation for all of human behavior, even for private events, which are things such as thinking or things that only we ourselves would be aware about and no one else would be able to directly observe those events. In fact, when it came to private events, Skinner believed that the only difference between private events and public events was that in terms of accessibility to others, in terms of, public events can be observable by others, but private events cannot be accessed by the public or outside of the person experiencing the private event. And he also said that private events can be influenced and manipulated by the same environmental events that influence outside behavior. So yeah, like I said, this was going to be a really short video, but I just wanted to provide a brief introduction to what the difference was between these two approaches to behavior, because I feel like Watson and B.F. Skinner kind of get thrown out a lot within the field, so it's kind of important to distinguish what the differences between the two. So my biggest takeaway I would provide is that, B.F. Skinner had this radical idea of wanting to explain everything with behaviorism, while Watson was much more focused on what we can observe, and he did not necessarily advocate for behaviorism being used for private events. He was much more focused on ensuring the study of behavior can become a science by advocating for practitioners to focus in on what can be observed and verified by multiple observers, while Skinner pushed this idea that we can apply principles of behavior to our thoughts and private events that even if they cannot be directly observed by others. Yeah, so these are the sources that I use for this, and thank you again for watching this video, and if you liked it, feel free to like and subscribe for more review content, and leave a comment for what other topics you guys want me to touch on in the future. But yeah, thanks, and I'll see y'all in the next video.